You work hard. You meet deadlines. You solve problems. You do everything that's expected of you. And yet, something doesn't make sense. In meetings, your ideas get ignored. Your manager rarely acknowledges your efforts. And somehow, people who do less work than you seem to get more recognition. It's confusing. And if you're honest, it's frustrating. This is exactly what you're experiencing. If you've ever felt like your work goes unnoticed, your effort isn't recognized, or you're stuck while others move ahead, then this video is exactly what you came here for. Because the problem is not that you're not working hard. The problem is something much deeper, and most employees never realize it. Why is it that in almost every office, the hardest working person is not the most visible one? And why do some employees get promoted, even when everyone knows they don't work as hard as others? What do they understand that you don't? The hidden truth about visibility. Here's the truth most people never say out loud.
Workplaces are not just about work. They are about perception. Two people can do the same job. One gets ignored. The other gets promoted. The difference is not effort. It's visibility. And visibility is not accidental. It's strategic. The biggest mistake: my work will speak for itself. Most employees believe something that sounds logical, but is completely wrong in modern workplaces. They believe if I do good work, people will notice. But in reality, this mindset quietly destroys careers. Because your work does not speak for itself. People speak for your work. And if the right people are not seeing it, your effort becomes invisible.
Why you're being ignored without realizing it. Let's break this down. You might be doing excellent work, staying quiet in meetings, avoiding office politics, focusing only on tasks. And all of this feels professional. But from the outside, it creates a different image. It makes you look passive, replaceable, forgettable. Not because you are, but because you are not visible. The reality most employees avoid. In every workplace, there are two types of employees. One, those who do the work. Two, those who are seen doing the work. And the second group almost always moves ahead faster. Not because they are better, but because they understand something most people ignore. Speak before you feel ready. One of the fastest ways to increase visibility is simple, but uncomfortable. Speak. In meetings, even if your point is small, even if it's not perfect. Because silence creates invisibility. When you stay quiet, people assume you have nothing to add, you lack confidence, or you don't understand the topic. None of which may be true, but perception becomes reality. Stop doing invisible work. A lot of employees spend time on tasks that no one sees, fixing issues quietly, helping others behind the scenes, handling problems without attention. This feels like responsibility, but it creates a dangerous outcome. You become essential, but unnoticed. Instead, start asking, who sees this work? If the answer is no one, your visibility is not increasing. Learn controlled self-promotion. Most people avoid self-promotion because they think it looks arrogant. But there's a difference between arrogance and clarity. You don't need to brag. You need to communicate. Example, instead of saying nothing, say, I completed the report and identified 2 risks we should address. Short, clear, professional. Now your work exists in people's awareness. Build strategic relationships. Visibility is not just about speaking. It's about being known. Employees who grow faster are not always the smartest. They are the most connected. They interact with managers, decision makers, other departments. Because opportunities don't just go to performers.
They go to people others trust. And remember, make your work easy to notice. Don't assume people will discover your effort. Make it visible. Share updates. Highlight progress. Communicate results. Not emotionally, not dramatically, just clearly. Because if your work is not seen, it does not exist in the system. Stop waiting to be chosen. Many employees wait for recognition. They wait for someone to notice them. But here's the uncomfortable truth. No one is coming to discover you. You must position yourself. Visibility is not given, it is created. Control how people see you. Every action builds a perception. If you
Stay silent. Avoid attention. Only focus on tasks. People see you as support, not leadership. But if you communicate clearly, contribute in discussions, show awareness beyond your role, people start seeing you differently, not just as a worker, but as someone with influence. Emotional shift, the moment everything changes. At some point, you stop thinking, I just need to work harder, and you start realizing, I need to be seen differently. That shift changes everything. Because now you're not just doing your job, you're managing your position inside the system. Harsh reality. Here's something most people don't want to hear.
Hard work alone will not make you successful, because workplaces are not reward systems, they are perception systems. And the employees who understand this early avoid years of frustration. If you feel invisible at work, it doesn't mean you're not valuable. It means your value is not being seen. And in professional environments, being unseen is almost the same as being absent. But once you understand how visibility works, you stop waiting, you stop hoping, and you start positioning yourself in a way that cannot be ignored. If this made you realize something about your own workplace, subscribe to Meridian Insights, because here we don't just talk about working harder. We reveal the hidden rules of office politics, power, and career growth that most people learn too late.